It's the future. Season 2 teaser.
We're back. We're drinking water exclusively.
This smells very pamplemoussey.
Yeah, man. Grapefruit and shit.
Ooh, shit.
So the last time we did a podcast was...
I think it was with Pete. And I did the one before that.
When did that come out?
I don't know.
Trying to think, like...
It's like a month or two ago.
How far back in time do we have to go while talking about stuff?
Scooch closer here.
Content. Let's see. Oh, it came out a month ago.
Not too bad.
With Pete, yeah. That's not too bad. I thought it was longer than that. I was like, it's been months since we've done a podcast. It was just like...
Time flies when you're busy.
Yeah.
We're balls deep in the releasing our album, getting everything organized. Plus, it's Christmas.
Yep.
I'm wondering, how am I going to do any Christmas shopping? What's going on?
Dude, it's definitely going to be the typical last minute...
Oh, yeah.
Like, slapdash...
Oh, yeah.
Fucking
Last year, I did almost all my Christmas shopping on Black Friday. Everything was done. So that's what, the last weekend of November or something?
Oh, that's pretty good. It's in like super advance.
Yeah. And I had, because I have like a list that I keep on my phone. If someone's like, oh, I really want blah. I just have a little thing. And it's just like, it takes like 15 seconds to just write it on a note in your phone. And then you can just refer to that for birthdays or whatever.
Man.
And then, Black Friday, I was just like, oh, this is on sale, boom. Oh, this is on sale, boom. And I was just like, sweet, I'm done. And then, but also that year, I spent like way too much fucking money on Christmas. But most years, I'd leave it up literally until Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
I've gone to West Edmonton Mall on Christmas Eve, walked into, what is it? It's not Sears anymore, it's the Bay.
Yeah.
And then like, oh, would you like that wrapped, sir? It's like, please, God, wrap this now. I did all my shopping at the Bay. I've done that several times.
Yeah, usually it's like I leave it to the last minute, but I have like a vague idea of everything I want to get. And then I do like the most surgical, like Navy SEAL trip to the mall.
Yeah.
It's just like in directly to the thing I want, buy it, leave.
Yeah.
It's like, because I don't want to spend much time at the mall. These days, the mall, everybody's pulling their guns out at the mall. Edmonton is completely fucked now.
Yeah, there's people flying swastika flags, people with guns. What is happening?
1 month later,
yeah,
Edmonton's gone to complete shit.
Edmonton's gone to shit.
I don't know what it's kind of crazy, man. There was a guy with a gun at the mall. He shot someone. Did you hear about that guy who was this is not related necessarily, but another thing at the mall. Did you hear about the guy who went out of his sunroof while driving in the parkade and got killed?
No, what happened?
So like it was a bunch of kids together in
kids.
A bunch of kids together
Zoomers?
in a car, and this kid went out the sunroof.
Oof.
And what obviously wasn't thinking, and he went out, and the ceiling's low.
Oh, yeah.
So a concrete beam just like
smoked
he
him.
smashed into it and it killed him.
Roasted.
It was like, oh my God.
Zoomers.
Yeah, and then people have been like, there was a shooting at the mall, and then there was someone just had like a gun. Someone like flashed a gun.
Uh-oh.
So they had to lock the mall down. That was like a week ago. And
That'd be
then people getting maced at a different mall.
People taking their belts off and whacking each other with their belt buckles.
What are you doing?
Yeah, let's go back to the olden days when people slapped each other with belt buckles.
Because there's no good video games. It's like all these fucking kids.
Diablo 4 is a bust.
Yeah.
Starfield's a bust. The new Call of Duty's a bust.
Yeah.
So people have to shoot each other in real life.
Yeah, they got to go back to real life violence to get their kicks.
Yes.
We need GTA 6 to come save humanity.
God damn. There's probably a kernel of truth to that. You can get your aggression out.
Yeah, people are bored and they want to mow down civilians.
Yeah.
And if they can't do it in a video game, they'll do it in real life.
Yeah, they get pissed off from working at their like McDonald's and having to deal with idiotic customers all day. And then they get home, they're like, "Fuck, I just want to kill someone." Yeah. So they log on to GTA 6 and blow some brains out, or they go to West Edmonton Mall and kill someone.
Yeah. It's crazy, man. Yeah, it's fucked up.
That do be crazy.
I did have the idea to like write stuff down, and I remember people telling me things, and I was like, "Oh, I should write that down," and then I didn't do it. And now I can't remember what they wanted, and it's like, now I don't have a thoughtful gift. I just have like a good gift.
Oh,
So
It's curtains. Well, I think I
Yeah.
still have a couple gifts ideas from my gift list from like last year. And some of them are, repeatable gifts like, oh, whiskey or some shit like that,
yeah,
you know.
yeah.
Here, I got
I
you
like
this whiskey.
The older I get, the more I appreciate Ace's family just giving each other cans of soup.
Yeah.
Because it's sort of like, I mean, at a certain point, you kind of like, I don't even know what to ask for. People ask me what I want for Christmas. I'm like,
Now that I'm a
nothing
middle-aged
really.
man,
yeah, it's like I got everything kind of figured out.
unless you can buy me a house or a car,
Yeah. Yeah.
there's really nothing that I particularly need.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything I want now is just like an excess that I don't feel comfortable asking for anyone else to get for me. Right?
Yeah, do you
Like,
have a bag of cocaine? I just want to give it a whirl,
it'll be like, I want a new guitar, but it's like I just got one.
Yeah.
But it's like, can you ever have too many guitars?
No, you can't.
I think about that a lot, like what I would buy with lottery money. Man, my guitar arsenal would be ridiculous.
Oh, yeah. Well, the crazy thing about guitars is that their value has gone up so much since the pandemic specifically. So it's like, for example, your boy Ace with his like 20 USA Jacksons and whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know how many guitars he has exactly these days, but like all really nice, expensive USA guitars. And then I know that he bought a bunch of them for like, I don't know, $2,000 for like a USA Jackson.
Yeah, which
And
is absurd.
Yeah, I mean, they're like a new one, just a plain black, like the bottom of the line USA one is like $6,000 or $7,000 now, and he has like a bunch of graphic finishes. I mean, to be fair, I have several myself, and it's like, man, if I had to rebuy my guitars now, I just couldn't. There'd be no fucking way,
Yeah.
not a chance. Like, oh, you want this graphic finish fucking Warrior? No,
The
not
crazy
happening.
thing is like the value's gone up, but like it's not like the quality went up or anything.
No, it's
like
just
that.
the same.
It's just like the same guitar, but just way more expensive.
Yeah.
It's all supply and command, dude.
Supply and command.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it's like everything. Toilet paper's like $500 now. A watermelon, $700.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I've never really paid attention. I haven't ever been someone who like pays close attention to how much stuff costs. It's sort of just like I have to buy the thing.
Yeah,
So
you
I'm
got to
just-
buy food somehow.
I'm just gonna get it, and if it's cost more than normal, I'll be like, I don't even remember what it cost me
Yeah.
before. It's like, I just have to take people's like. It's like, oh, eggs are $6 now, and I'm
It's
like,
how much is
I was like, were they always $6? Like, I don't even remember. Were they were $2 before?
how much could
Like,
a
I don't
banana
remember
cost?
that, but-
$15.
Yeah, I mean, like that stuff's still fairly cheap, like a banana or whatever. It's not like
Yeah.
that's like inflated like crazy, but
Well, I did go to Safeway.
my ignorance.
I think this was like a couple months ago. I bought one pepper. I bought one red pepper, and it was like $5. And I was like, what the fuck?
Really?
Because I don't look at the prices.
Did you get organic?
No, it's just a regular ass red pepper.
Oh shit!
It might have been like last winter or something. And I was like, wait, what the fuck? And then, because I live near Costco and I go there all the time. And I was in Costco and they had like a bag of red peppers. It's not like a red bell pepper. It's like a different kind of pepper, whatever. But the whole bag, there's like fucking 5 peppers in there. It was like $4 or something. I was like, what the hell am
Yeah.
I doing?
Yeah, it's like when you go to like the more expensive like Safeway or whatever.
Yeah. Fuck
just-
you, Safeway, fucker.
Yeah, price gouging motherfuckers.
Goddamn piece of shit. This
Yeah.
inflation, groceries. Whoa. How's that for season 2?
Yeah, season 2 also brought to you by the band Game Over. I bought a T-shirt from them. We played with these guys way back
In Italy.
in Italy.
I remember.
And they got a new album out. It's pretty sick.
I remember that show.
I bought a shirt and they sent me like a CD and pin and stuff like that. So
Oh, sick.
thanks, guys.
I remember that show being very cold. Because I think that was on that
It was in a weird little
Screamer thing. And it was in like a coffee place or something.
Yeah, it was some weird.
And then they like took all the seats out and it's like, okay, it's a metal venue now. Let's go. And it's like, do you guys turn the heat on in here? What the fuck?
No, man, the bodies will.
Yeah.
All 10 people who showed up
Yeah.
are going to heat this place up.
Let's heat this place up. We need you guys to get into a circle pit because we can't afford to turn on the heating.
Yeah.
Get sweaty.
It wasn't part of our package.
Yeah. Sorry, you didn't pay for heating at the venue. That's extra. You want heat? Oh, that's gonna cost. Oh, you want us to stock the toilets with toilet paper? No. You're gonna have to pay for that.
Forget about it.
Maybe that's what. Maybe that's why the venues in Spain and stuff never had toilet paper. Or toilet
It's just
seat.
our deal with the venue.
We
was
had to
like,
specify that in the rider.
Yeah.
Good old Tour. Remember Tour?
Yeah. I mean, in theory, we'll be going on one at some
Yeah.
point. We're working on it, and
So far, for those out there who don't know, we have Legions of Metal in Chicago in May with Unleash the Archers and
the Unleashed the Archers.
Unleashed of the Archers, as well as Watchtower, which I'm actually pretty interested.
Jesus.
Whoa, that was wild. Watchtower. Watchtower was like I'm not sure if you know. Watchtower was like a super tech band, like from the 80s. And there was this one website that I always used to go on to like find new metal bands, like probably when I was in high school, and they're like, "Oh, Watchtower was like the most progressive technical band ever," and I was like, "Oh, cool." And then I think it was Dave Grafton, Stryker's very old bass player. He bought or imported like a Watchtower album or some shit, and he put it on. I was like, "What the hell is this?"
Just crazy shit.
Yeah, it's just like mostly it's just like, "Oh, let's see how many time signatures we can run through," and just like, and I was like,
Oh, don't get me triggered on time signatures.
Oh
bro.
man, Dance Triggered. So
Here's-
I'm interested to see that because
Yeah, that'd be sick.
that they came out like fucking, I don't know, a million years ago.
Yeah.
They must be all like Gandalf now. I can only assume they're all like accountants or something. Either that or they're Anvil.
I mean, maybe.
Who knows? So I'm excited to see that. I also don't remember. There's one other band is it one other band on our day at Legions of Metal? I mean, I could look this up. I have the poster on my phone.
Yeah, there's at least one more.
Was it a band that we knew? Let me look this up.
Well, I think Greyhawk got announced for that, but I don't know for what day.
Oh, it's Hyrax.
Oh, Hyrax is playing too?
Yeah.
Same day as us?
I believe so.
Oh, shit. Nice.
So that should be
cool.
a fun festival.
Yeah, it'll be sick. And then the other one is Prog Power. Prog Power! In Atlanta. And that's in
Recently-
September?
Yeah, I think Prague Power was recently unseated as like the biggest metal festival in the States or something.
Oh.
By what was that? What's one that they
Mad with Power?
Mad with Power. The most people or something.
Oh, shit.
I don't know if that's like maybe that's like the biggest independent festival or something, because I think there's a couple of those big like Live Nation
Oh, yeah.
festivals. Like,
Well, I mean, there's like the kind of shit that like Slipknot plays.
yeah, like Knotfest and whatever.
Yeah.
But anyways, Prague Power, that should be sick too. Looking forward to that because I think we get hotel rooms for the whole weekend or some shit.
Woo!
Anyways,
Party in Atlanta.
yeah, that should be sweet. I really want to see Winger. That's the night after us, I think.
Yeah, we have to.
Yeah,
We have
just
to.
punish the fucking piss out of
Backstage.
Winger.
Yo, Me. Tim, Bud Light, Kip Winger.
Let's go.
Maybe we can get him to do a podcast episode.
Oh,
with
that'd be
us.
so funny. When I was younger,
Like-
people said I looked like you, bro.
Check out this picture. Dude.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, cool. I just asked him straight to his face. Are you a vampire? Are you a fucking vampire, bro? Because
Yeah.
you look like a goddamn vampire.
Wait, I think I actually had my
You look
Facebook
like one of
profile
those
picture
Sexy vampires.
as Kip Winger like many years ago.
Oh yeah. I'd like to
geez.
tell him the story about how we had a picture of Kip Winger in a Speedo as our MySpace profile picture for Stryker. Like,
Oh yeah,
in
when
the
he did
MySpace days.
Playgirl.
And then we went to add Anvil, and Anvil rejected our friend request and said that our picture was gay.
Roasted.
So fucking funny. So now I don't know if that was just because it was a man in a Speedo or if it was because
It was Winger.
it was Kip Winger. Because there was all that like Metallica beef with Kip Winger,
yeah, that's funny.
which was hilarious. They're throwing darts at him.
Yeah, yeah.
I wonder.
So
I wonder how they feel about Winger now. I bet they listen to it and go like, this is kind of.
I think I read an interview somewhere where I think it was like Lars Ulrich or someone. Somebody asked about Winger and they're like, "Oh yeah, we actually kind of feel bad about that because I think Winger's like there was a lot of like fans were really negative towards Winger, and I think he got like a lot of hate mail and shit.
Yeah.
Because they were like metal band, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, like the fan bases would cross pollinate, and there'd be like beef with fans. And then I think like Lars Ulrich, someone from Metallica, did an interview recently that I read on like some stupid website, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we feel kind of bad because I think we like damaged his career, and then also he's just a guy doing whatever."
Yeah. But I mean, when you're like fucking 20 and you're like
drunk as fuck,
you're just like fucking everything that I don't like sucks.
Yeah,
so
everything that I do is good. Everyone else is a poser. Kill the poser.
Oh, yeah, man. I gotta wonder how much that like that mentality really is around anymore. I mean, maybe it's just because we're getting older, and like it's like the older you get, the less you care about that kind of shit. But like, I don't know. I don't know if the young kids are still.
I don't know, man.
Fucking drawing lines in the sand.
I assume
like,
they are.
This,
it's human nature.
This is slamming brutal deathcore, and this is brutal slamming deathcore, and they do not cross. They are not the same.
I can only assume so. Like I remember being a youngster, especially because that was when like skating was cool. Mm-hmm. So people were like, "You're a fucking poser." Like that was like the biggest insult you could throw.
I would call people poser while being a complete poser. Be like, I can like ollie.
Yeah, I can ollie. I could do a kick flip. I could do a heel flip. I could do a shove it. That's about it.
It was a weird feeling though. Like I remember in
now I would just break my wrist.
Junior high,
if I even look at a skateboard.
In junior high, I remember we watched there was the RDS video. So RDS was like pretty popular in Western Canada for sure. Because I feel like they were based out of BC, maybe a Vancouver thing. Anyways, I remember like so me and everybody I knew who skateboarded watched like the RDS video, which was like where I got my taste in music, because it was like Guns N' Roses and Slayer and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I was like immediately hooked. I was like, this is the coolest shit. These are the coolest people. They're like fighting cops. They're skateboarding. It's so sick. And then like I remember I got like I think I got an RDS shirt.
Mom, I'm cool now.
Yeah, exactly. I like we went to the skate shop and my mom was like $40 for a shirt. And I was like, oh, I have to have this one. It has to be this one.
It has to say Supreme on it.
Yeah,
I need the
dude,
Supreme
literally
brick.
that. And then I went to school, and they did this thing. It was like their like symbol.
Oh, yeah.
And I remember just being like, like this is cool. And then another dude who was wearing like those giant Osiris shoes.
Oh, yeah.
I remember him being like, "You fucking poser, dude. You RDS sucks." He's like, "Oh, Osiris is better," or whatever the fuck. And I was just like, I remember that was like, I was like, "Oh fuck,
dude."
I was like, "Shit, I got slammed.
Fuck,
I can never wear this shirt again."
Fuck, I got roasted too hard.
Yeah.
Mom, let's return the shirt. I took the tags off. No.
I wore it to school and got ripped it the first day. Fuck.
Yeah. No, I can only assume that that's still like a thing.
Yeah, it must be. But I remember even like if you were wearing like off-brand stuff, like stuff that was like
the Walmart brand.
Yeah, like No Fear or something, which was like No Fear was like cool in like the 90s.
Yeah.
In like the early 90s maybe, and then it like ended up in Walmart, and now it's not cool anymore.
Now it's curtains.
And like your parents don't know that. They're just like, "Oh, here's a fucking jacket for my kid." And then you like take it off on your way to school and be like, "Can't wear this."
Yeah.
I can't
Mom,
wear
this isn't cool enough.
I know, and it seems so stupid, but it's like so important to you when you're like a little shitter.
Yeah.
You dumbass kid.
Now it's like, Mom, you got me a Megadeth shirt instead of Metallica. My friends will think I'm dumb. Fuck, Mom.
Megadeth isn't cool.
You got me a Striker shirt instead of Metallica? No. Fuck, Mom. This band sucks. They're a bunch of idiots. Their podcast sucks.
They never do episodes. These fucking dumbasses.
Mom. You got me a Patreon subscription? Fuck.
This is pointless. Shout out to our Patreon through thick and thin, supporting the boys. Yeah.
We appreciate it.
That's so fucking funny. It's so weird how much that stuff is important. It's just like, that's like a primal thing for sure, right? Like, it's like a, if you're not throwing your spear the correct way, the rest of the tribe will ostracize you.
Well, I remember having a conversation with a girlfriend like many years ago, and she like didn't understand like metal shirts and like metal culture. And she was like, why do you have like this stupid shirt with like I don't know, some fucking monster on it or whatever. It's just like, it looks kind of childish, really.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah,
like our
this is like
giant
shirts
shark
for kids.
Yeah, I mean, they're all just like insane, weird shit. And then like I was trying to tell her, it's like, okay, you're two strangers, right? And then like the first impression that you get of someone is just how they look. And so when you're wearing like a metal shirt, you're borrowing that band's I don't know, like charisma or whatever, like their essence.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, well, this band is cool.
This is me now.
I'm wearing this shirt, so that makes me cool too, to some degree. And then she's just like, that doesn't really make any sense, blah, 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 blah. And then I was wearing my Holy Grail shirt because we were just on tour with Holy Grail, and then we're out at like a bar or something, and this guy comes up to me, he's like, bro, I love Holy Grail, they're so sick, I love their whatever album. I'm like,
see?
oh, see, that was like, thanks, bro. Yeah, we just went on tour. He's like, whoa, that's fucking amazing. Yeah. And he's like, you're so cool. Want a drink? And then he like bought me a beer. And then my girlfriend's like, oh, I get it now. Wow, that's crazy. And I was just like, yeah, see, metal shirts are cool.
See, once in a while,
Yeah.
instead of looking good all the time, you can look good to one other dude.
Yeah,
one
one
time.
other dude. Well, hey, that guy bought me a beer.
Hey, yeah. No one's gonna buy you a beer for wearing a fucking just do it Nike shirt.
No one's gonna buy you.
I mean, it really is the same type of thing. Like the reason why you wear like certain brands over other stuff. Like why spend money on any shirt that isn't the most basic like level?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
got a bamboo shirt. Damn, that shirt is slapping. It's so
shit.
soft.
Should we be printing on bamboo shirts?
Oh fuck yeah, that'd be expensive.
And
though.
then we'd be like, hey, this shirt's $50, and people would be like,
Fuck no.
fuck you.
Well, I remember we did because we usually get like nicer shirts, and this was on tour somewhere, and someone came, hey, can I feel the shirt? I'm like, yeah, it's like a premium whatever. And he's like feeling, he's like, oh no, I don't like this. I like a really thick shirt. I'm like, you mean like those super shitty Gildan shirts? He's like, yeah, that's the best kind of shirt.
This one's okay.
And then I was like, some people are just fucking stupid.
Yeah. So for the merch for the Kickstarter and the other merch that we got, it's all the soft style.
Hell yeah.
So not the really punishingly just like instantly you sweat the pits and kind of thing.
Wearing sandpaper?
Yeah.
I can't wear
nicer
like those shirts. I put it on, I'm like, I don't like this, and I just take it off.
Yeah. I don't mind it. I think maybe I'm just used to it. It's like Stockholm syndrome. I'm just like so used to it that I'm like, this is my I like the way this feels because I'm used to it.
Well, you got the extra protection there.
Yeah, it's true.
You got the arm hair. I have far less, so I'd feel it on my skin. I'm like, I don't have the hairy shoulders either.
Mine aren't that bad, man.
Shitty.
I did. Oh yeah, I went to Mexico. That was sick.
Oh yeah, tell us about your Mexico trip.
Mexico was sick. Yeah, I forgot to shave all the weird hairs. It's like I was just like, fuck it, I'm not gonna shave.
Got a jellyfish stuck in them?
Yeah, and then I was just like, oh yeah, fuck, I have like all these weird hairs all over. Like whatever.
Protects you from
I don't know anybody here. Who cares?
Yeah. It's basically like being on tour. You can be just a complete insane
just
person.
As weird as you want. Yeah, it was lots of fun. Just spent a lot of time on the beach and stuff. But the shitty thing is, we got back, and then like about a week later, I had like full on.
Oh yeah, that's
C-19.
Right. Can
you say it in a podcast? You must be able to say it. COVID-19.
COVID doesn't exist anymore.
I always just wonder if it's like
past tense.
if like YouTube will just like scrub the audio and be like, oh, there's a keyword.
They can't understand. They can't understand our accent and us also constantly talking over each other.
Yeah, man. Okay, so yeah, I get COVID. I completely like sweat through like my shirt while I'm sleeping, and like my like I had to like change the sheets and everything. It was like Simon in Spain, and yeah. And for the first time, so we had the COVID the one other time on the Beast in Black tour, and this time I lost my sense of taste.
Roasted. Have you got it back yet?
Yeah, it's back. But boy, was that fucking weird. Like my mouth just felt different because you can't taste anything.
I suppose. Yeah.
So I woke up in the morning and I was like, did I brush my teeth?
I don't know.
Literally couldn't taste anything. I was just like, wow, this is fucking weird. No, okay, so.
Wait, so is COVID-19 a positive for eating ass?
I mean,
is that the way to go?
Depends what you enjoy about it, I guess. The God damn it.
You can eat any ass you want when you have COVID.
No, okay, so here's what it was. You could still, it's like you could taste in the most basic ways. So I could tell that something was sweet. I could tell that something was salty. I could tell if something was spicy. Like it was like you get the base level, entry level taste. So it's like I had yogurt that was like lime yogurt, and I could taste that the yogurt was sweet, but I couldn't tell that it was lime. It's very strange.
That is strange.
What a weird experience. And I can only assume that that's like, because that's your brain doing that, figuring out the taste. So it was like, what part of my brain just got rocked by COVID? I'm certain, it's like, am I going to have long COVID? I feel good now, though.
That's good.
So suck it, long COVID.
Suck it, COVID.
So far,
you've been
so
defeated.
Good. Yeah.
This new COVID ain't got shit on us humans.
I'm waiting to get the white stomach cough or whatever the fuck it is.
What the hell is that?
I don't know. It was like something I read there. They're like, I can't remember what it was called.
The hot new disease.
Yeah, it had like like some sort of winter stomach vomitings or something like that.
That sounds fun.
Kind of thing. Yeah.
I'm excited to get
That's
that.
next up. Or there was like some kid, there was something like killing kids in China or something like that. It was like some sort of lung thing. They're like, yeah, here's the next one.
Sweet.
Shitty.
There was, what is it? A rat lungworm infestation in southern United States. And so this rat, it like, there's a worm and it lives in a rat's lungs.
I think we talked about this.
Did we talk?
I'm pretty sure we talked about this. Maybe on like the not the last one, but the one before.
Anyways, it turns into a brain worm in humans, and then the worm just fucking like dies in your brain. Sweet
nightmare, dude. Like
all kinds of fun diseases. So, would you rather have that white stomach or whatever the hell?
Wait, I don't know if
brain worm.
I can't remember if the word white was in there, or if it was just winter. And I'm
winter, whatever.
But
white winter
stomach vomiting thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna have that on Christmas Day from 500 Bud Light.
I would rather have
blue winter.
Yeah,
blue winter vomiting disease.
Golden ale.
Yeah,
vomiting disease.
The golden ale vomiting disease.
Yeah, I don't know. I having some kind of worm inside you is the worst. Is my like worst nightmare.
Yeah, that sounds terrible.
I like. I'm not like afraid of bugs or anything like that, but I don't want them like on me.
The idea of a worm living inside you is disgusting.
Yeah.
It's terrifying.
It would be, or it's like those,
especially if it's in your brain.
Yeah. It's like those stories about people who like were like exploring the Amazon and then they slept and something crawled in their ear and then they go nuts because they can hear it constantly fucking around and then they like jam like a knife in their ear to like because they go insane, right? Like, do you imagine if you're like out exploring the Amazon on your own or something like that, and you just get a thing in your ear and you're like,
man,
and you're so
bad.
Disoriented and you're like out in the like jungle, I guess,
and it's digging around, fucking your ear up. Oh man, that'd be terrible.
Yeah,
that would be the worst.
Yep, it's funny. Like, so speaking of the Amazon or just tropical places, the area we stayed in Cancun with like the hotel like strip thing.
Yep.
It's like so unnaturally like groomed that it's just like there's no real nature there.
Perfect.
So like the beach was like perfect. The water was like there was one day where there's like a bit of seaweed rolling around and that was it. So they just comb it like early in the morning they come and just get rid of everything.
Yeah.
There was some fish, and then there was pelicans like flying around, diving and catching fish and shit, which was fun to watch. You sit there and drink a margarita,
nice,
under a palm tree.
How are the margs? What kind of margs you get? Did you have any marg revelations?
Not really. My revelation was that they're wildly inconsistent across the whole thing. So some places will have like a pre-mixed margarita thing, and they just pour you a cup. Yeah. And they're like, here you go. And I'm like, well, that's not really a margarita. What the fuck?
Fuckers.
And then the other ones, on the opposite side of the spectrum, you get a dude who just free pours like 3 different tequilas into a cup and puts like
Sick.
a splash of lime in there, and you're just like, I mean, this is gonna kill me.
Yeah. Let's go.
Well, so it was like kind of sketchy because like you'd be
Rum buckets.
you'd spend like all day kind of, you hang out at the beach, and then you go get some drinks, and you come back, and then you go get some food, and you come back at the beach. But like, the whole time you're like having like margaritas or beers or whatever. But like occasionally you'd get one that was just like a time bomb, and you'd just be like, oh, all of a sudden I'm like,
I just had one drink. What the hell?
destroyed because they just like the dude behind the thing's like, okay, boss, and he just like pours like all this liquor in the thing. It's just like, is this guy trying
Let's
to
go
kill
jet
me?
skiing.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So so we went jet skiing, which was sick, and it was like, we walked like across the street to the jet ski thing. It was like on the other side. There's like the ocean on the one side, and then there's like jet skis on the other side. And so we went out for like an hour ripping around. It was lots of fun. Ace really enjoyed it. He was like, "Oh, I get it," because he wasn't sure. Like everybody else was kind of like, I don't know. I don't really want to go jet skiing. And then
Loser.
I was like, I'm going alone.
Yeah,
if you
I'm
guys
going.
don't want to go,
Fuck
I'll
y'all.
go. And then they're like, okay, well, I'll go.
You could sit on the beach and read a book like an idiot.
Yeah,
Come
so
on.
we went out there, ripped around, and then like towards the end of like, I would say like I'd been out there for probably like 50 minutes.
Yeah.
And they have like a guy they bring out there too because they're like, we don't want a tourist to die out here. I'm like, I
Smart, that's
don't
smart.
need someone out here to help
I'm
me.
an expert.
But guess so what happened was I went over like a wave pretty hard
Yeah.
and the engine stopped.
Oh.
And I was like,
And then a shark came out.
I was like, what the fuck? And then I started it again. So and it seemed like it was out of gas or I broke it. I'm not sure.
Whoops.
Because I was like just top speed for an hour, just doing like
As you
donuts
do.
and stuff. And just, yeah, it's sick. So anyways, I had to get on the other guy's jet ski. He drove me back to
Oh,
shore
really?
and got me another one. The other one was like worse than the one
Oh,
I was on
really?
before. It was like a little shittier, a little bit more rickety. I was like, all right, whatever.
I'm going to break it.
And then, but everybody else was coming in because it was like our hour was basically up. And then he's like, you can go for another 5 minutes. And I went out and I was like, well, this is dumb. Everybody's waiting for me. So I just came right back.
Yeah.
And so I was the last person to like come in and dock. And you come in and then they have like this sort of a ramp thing where you kind of just, you're supposed to just come up and you just jam into it, right?
Yeah.
So meanwhile, I'm noticing that like the throttle on the jet ski is kind of shitty. Like
Yeah.
it's, if you go down too far, it'll just die. It'll just cut off. So it won't sit and idle.
Oh, okay.
It'll just turn off. So this is important to the story. So I see, so Janine went in
Yeah.
and she kind of came in and then turned a little bit and then they grabbed the jet ski and I was like, oh, maybe that's what, because I was like pretty far back and I saw her do that and I was like, oh, maybe they want you to come in and turn
Yeah.
so that they can grab the side and just pull you in. And I was like, okay, I'll just do that. So I line up to do that and there's the ramp is there and then the guys like the jet ski the guy was riding to like keep an eye on everybody was like parked on the right hand side. And so I come in on the right hand side straight and then I was going to turn and the guy said, he just looked, he's like, just go straight. And so I'm like, oh, okay. But then I had let off the throttle. So it turned off and I start going straight towards the back of the other jet ski that's parked there, like their jet ski, not the rental one, but like the maybe the nicer one. And so anyways, I turned I'm like, okay, so the thing died. So I was like, oh fuck. I'm like, I'm going right into the back of this thing. So I turn it on and you have to press the throttle to like get it to go.
Oh.
So I turn it on, press the throttle, it shoots me right into the back of theirs and I like smash into it. I was just like, bang. And the dude was just like, he was you could just tell he's just like, this guy's such a fucking moron. I was like, shit. I was like, no, dude, I know how to drive a jet ski. This thing's just fucked up.
It's not my fault, I swear. You gave me
I just got off and I was like, whatever, man. I don't give a fuck about any of this. I'm going back to the resort.
Scatter. That's pretty funny.
Yeah, he was just like, fuck this guy.
God damn
Broke one
tourists.
jet ski, rammed the other one.
Goddamn tourists. Wow.
That
That's pretty
was
funny.
So fucking funny. Yeah.
So that was the highlight. Smashing jet skis.
That was the most embarrassing thing that happened.
What was the best and then also the worst food?
Okay, so they had like one of like maybe like the second day we kind of clocked like Ace walked by the one part of the pool area and he's like, I'm pretty sure they had like a donair thing there.
Ooh.
And I was like, oh shit. Turns out what it was like one of those spits.
Oh, okay.
With the meat on it, but for tacos.
Yeah.
And so we were like, oh shit, like let's go check that out. And then we discovered that it was just like tacos. So they make you a bunch of tacos there. And so we ate that a ton. That was really good. All the buffet food was pretty good.
Nice.
I think the hardest part was like in the restaurants you go to that are like on the thing. You don't know what anything is.
Oh yeah.
That's like like I read like, okay, so we go to the Mexican food place and it's like describing like here's the names of all these things and I'm like, I don't know what any of this is. And like I just feel too dumb to ask. Like I'm just like, I don't know, I'll get this thing. So it's like kind of a gamble.
Can I have the burrito, please? No.
Yeah, no jefe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, all the food was great. I'm trying to think of
No white bread sandwiches? Toast sandwich?
No, there was, I mean, like the breakfast at the buffet was just like, you could get the eggs or you could get like, there's just like Mexican food all the time. You can get like these like.
Damn, dude.
Yeah, it's pretty great. Like
Mexico sounds sweet.
It was pretty fun.
Next time I will come.
Yeah, I think that's what we figured was like, a slightly larger group than just like the two couples that went.
Yeah.
Like, it was great. We had a really good time, but I think there's like a bit of like a obligation to like hang out.
Yeah.
'Cause there's like the two groups at the thing. So it's like, not that was ever a problem, but it was just kind of like, having a few extra so that if one group wants to just be like, yeah, we're just going to go do our own thing or whatever.
Hell yeah.
Have a chill time. Like,
we want to go be eaten by monkeys in the jungle.
Yeah.
I want to go get eaten by sharks in the ocean. Okay.
Yeah, and I mean, like, if you wanted to do like different like excursions or whatever. Although, man, like the this is actually fucking hilarious. So we get there, and it's like day 2, or it's the morning. It's the first morning we're there. So we got there, and we had dinner that night, and like, had some margaritas, and then the next day. We go to the buffet and we meet up with Ace and Aaron, and they're like, "Oh, they'll do a tour of the." They said like it's a 20-minute tour of the facility, and if you do that tour, they give you like a voucher to have one of the cabanas for the day.
Ooh,
which this is actually opening up a can of worms of rants that I'm going to do.
Okay, here we go. Let's get ranty. This is what the podcast is
for. Ranting about shit.
Let's get on a rant here.
Yeah. So, Ace was like, we should do it. That'll be sick. We'll have the cabana for the day. They bring you like lobster and stuff while you're out there. I was like, okay.
Sick.
Sounds too good to be true. And I was like, this is 100% going to be a timeshare thing. And Ace was like, no. They said it was just like a tour of the facilities, and then you get this thing. And I was like, it's 100% going to be a timeshare. So
let's go.
The guy says, okay. So we agree. We're like, okay, we ate. And then we were like, okay, let's do the thing. Try and get our free cabana. And so we go and we sit down with this guy. And he starts asking us just questions. Like we go to this one area where there's like some couches. It's all pretty nice. The whole place is pretty nice. So we had a couple beers. Like
classic.
It was pretty early, but we had already had like a beer or two, and then we had another one while we were in the meeting.
Ooh, nice.
And then
that's a nice meeting.
Yeah. So he was like, this guy's like saying, okay, well, like how often do you go on vacation? And,
Never. I go on tour.
Yeah, that's exactly. We were like, and Ace was immediately just like, I'm not going to buy anything. Like straight away, it was just like, I'm not buying anything.
Yeah,
I'm just
here
telling
for the
you.
cabana.
He's like, I'm telling you right now, and he's like, yeah, that's fine. It's fine. I just want to like, I have
Just
to,
give me the cabana, bro.
He's like, it doesn't matter to me. I just have to tell you these things so that you can get your free thing, right? Which, of course, is sales. And the whole time, we were all wearing our sunglasses.
Oh, nice.
We were all doing like a poker face sunglasses thing.
Just dead.
Yeah. So we're just like,
Sorry, I'm so hungover right
so
now.
he's doing the math. He's like, if you guys go on vacation and it costs you this much, if you go once a year or once every 2 years for the next 30 years, it's going to cost
30
you
years,
this much. And it's
goddamn.
like, and now if you sign up for our, it's essentially like a timeshare thing, but it's like
Yeah.
a membership to the hotel group that it's like they're all over the world or whatever. I'm sure maybe it makes sense. I don't know. We're like, I'm like, yeah, it's like no matter what, this is not going to be great for us.
Yeah.
Like fucking, this is crazy. So then that guy's like, okay, let's go to the office. So we're like, fuck, secondary locations.
Yeah.
Like they're taking us to another location. So we go in there, we sit down. Ace is fucking fuming. It's already been like 30 minutes. It's supposed to be 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And it's our first day in the resort.
Oh, that was your first
The
day?
first day.
You signed up for a timeshare meeting.
Yeah, so we go to the meeting, and then he's like talking to us more, and then he's like, "Can you guys take your sunglasses off?"
No.
And we're just like, "Yeah, all right." And then I was like, he's like, "Do you guys want water?" And I was like, "Can I get another beer?" And he's like, "No, you can't be drinking
Then I'm out. Peace, bro.
during this." And I'm like, "Well, I've already had like 3 beers. It's like
Yeah.
I already can't legally sign anything, so
Yeah.
fuck off."
Yeah.
And then Ace, like, he went into like full spaz mode. He was like, "No, I'm not doing this." He's like, "I already said I'm not paying for anything." Like, blah. Like he just like fucking, she just shut down and was like so fucking mad. And he's like, "You were right. Fuck." So we left. And then the next day, like the concierge guy who was like setting up those meetings was like, "Hey guys, like you didn't get your thing." And Ace was just like,
Fuck you.
he's like, "We were there for 60 minutes. You told us it was going to be 20 minutes long." And it's like, we never got our, like, he was just so mad about it. And the guy's like, "Oh, okay, well, you can still have your cabana thing." But he's like, "You just have to come with me."
Oh, no.
And Ace was like, "Fuck this." And he just like walked away. He was so fucking mad.
Just come with me. You just got to sit through this quick little
yeah,
meeting.
exactly. We're just going to try and, get you with stick the closer on you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we ended up not doing it. And that was like a weird way to start the trip, because it was like this sort of like strangely predatory, they're like bait and switch and
Oh,
all this
yeah.
stuff. And I was like, "Bro, I told you.
Yeah.
There's no way they're giving us shit for free."
Oh, yeah.
That's
It'd
crazy.
be kind of funny to be like completely hammered and walk into that. And then they're like, you're just like, "Yeah, sure, sign me up." And then you're just like signing fake names, giving like fake information. That's just a total waste of time.
Oh, I'm pretty sure it's
My name is Barfy McBarkface.
I'm pretty sure it's like an expensive membership. Like, I don't know what the actual price is, but like he was talking like tens of thousands of dollars.
Oh,
or whatever.
crazy.
He's like, "Whoa."
Here's my credit card. It's actually just your
and then
Costco
and
card.
then the way it works is like this convoluted point system on like,
that sounds like bullshit.
Yeah, he's like, you get this many points and you can spend them on so it's like you spend your points on these tickets, and those tickets are worth this. So it's like this weird, like, confusing thing to make you,
Yeah.
unsure of how much money you're actually like getting or spending.
Yeah.
It was-
Oh, you want the
it was
timeshare over
fucked.
Christmas? That's going to cost you 10,000 points, which
Yeah.
is $1 million.
Yeah. It's like the I saw it a long time ago and it's back. There's this like those penny auction sites
Oh, yeah, yeah.
where it's like
You can get a
they're
Nintendo
like,
Switch
"Oh,
for
you got
20
it for, like,
cents.
$5 or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like, but what they don't tell you is like when you sign up, you buy 101-cent bids for $100.
Yes.
So you bet 1 cent, but every cent you bet
Costs $1.
It costs $1. So it's like, okay, so a $50 fucking Xbox or whatever was like $5,000.
Yeah.
It's like $5,000.
Yeah,
It's like, what the fuck?
Oh, I've seen ads for those. It's like, oh, I bought a Nintendo Switch for like $1, and it's like, no, you didn't. Well, for starters, nobody ever buys them for $1.
Yeah.
They're always like around their actual price, but then it's like because they only go up by 1 cent each time when somebody bids, and then each bid costs like $1 or whatever.
Yeah,
so you're selling that Switch for like $20,000 or whatever.
Yeah, dude. And then just hoping that because like for each. Psychologically, people are like, oh, I only put in 1 cent, but only one person wins it, right? So it's just like, I remember seeing that and I was like, I'm going to look this up right away and see what this fucking scam is.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, sure enough. Yeah, it's just scammy. And so my other big complaint about the resort, and I think this is probably for most resorts, there's a lot of chairs, but there's this like fucking weird rat race in the morning to get the chairs.
Yeah.
So people like they'll wake up like super early, go down and put a bunch of their shit on a bunch of chairs, and then like not be around. Like we got one morning we were up really early. Like I think we were down at the pool by like 8, and there was almost every chair was taken, and there was 3 people in the pool. Literally 3 people, and all the chairs were taken. I was like, what the fuck is this?
I wonder why people don't just like move the shit. This is like, I don't see anybody here. Fuck it. Because it's probably
because
just
then
like,
they come down and then you just get and it's just like, well, then next thing you know, you're fucking in a fist fight with some fucking drunk guy who's just like,
perfect, bro. That's what vacations are for.
Yeah, it's like you just don't want to start. It's like now you got like some Karen screaming at you on your vacation.
Oh, that sounds great.
Fuck.
Hell yeah.
And then on top of that, like if you want to lie at the beach,
bro, that's what I get paid for. Karen screaming at me about bike lanes. I did it twice this week. Last week.
That's fucking brutal. Yeah, like, and then so like on top of that, like the beach has a super limited amount of chairs.
Yeah.
So it's like, even if you want to go down to the beach, you're like lucky if you get a chair. But there's no shortage of empty fucking cabanas you have to pay like $200 a day to use.
Yeah.
Like we sat down on one because we were like, oh, like they had fancy cabana things, and then they had these other ones that were like kind of shitty. And we just like sat down on one, and a guy came over and was like, hey, this is like this much a day, but you get like service or whatever on the beach. And I'm just like, fuck this, dude.
Fuck right off,
we already
mate.
spent all this money to get here. It's like now we got to spend like $100 a day to fucking sit on the beach. It's like, what?
Yeah. I mean, whenever I've been in
the fuck out of me
beachy places, I just find a spot in the sand. I mean, maybe that's because I'm like a homeless person, but
well, I mean, we did, and eventually we did find like I'm pretty sure we were in like an area we weren't supposed to be in, but everybody was too polite to tell us to fuck off. So we would end up getting a couple chairs and being able to hang out like on the beach. But it was just like it sucks to be on vacation and then like have to like deal with like rat race behavior.
Yeah.
It's just like, holy shit, this is why I'm here. I don't want to fucking do any of that. Like I just want to
I wanted to go to Floston Paradise.
Yeah, man. It's
getting attacked by orcs.
Yeah.
Space orcs. Fuck, dude.
Yeah, it was crazy. So I don't know. It was fun, but I wonder if there's anywhere you could go that would be less fucking dumb
shitty.
With that shit. It's like, man, I don't want to have to wake up early on vacation to like have a chance at getting a seat by the pool. It's like,
yeah.
What the fuck?
That's probably like most resorts, like, or resort areas, because the place you went, isn't it like a whole bunch of resorts?
Yeah, it's like a ton.
Yeah, I assume that most places kind of like that it's like tourist trappy, right?
Yeah.
Like when we're on tour, we're oftentimes, we'll drive through or walk through or visit the tourist trap area, and then we're in the ghetto with all the graffiti and homeless people. And it's like, okay, it's a much different experience, like just 1 kilometer away. Because on tour, there's certainly been, we go to big cities all the time. And it's like, okay, yeah, like New York or whatever, if you're in Times Square, you're going to get, you want a slice of pizza? That'll be like $30.
Yeah.
But then, if you're down by the venue, and there's, gang shootings going on all around you, then you can get,
that pizza's only $3.
Yeah, and that pizza's really good too. So it's like,
yeah,
you just gotta go to where the locals are, bro.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, you don't get the same.
You need to run through the ghetto in the rain to get your personal pizza, deep dish pizza in Chicago.
Gangsters aren't out in the rain, dude.
It's true. There was nobody out.
Yeah.
So I felt safe.
Yeah.
The rain.
Only one
safe.
person would go through this
Yeah.
rainstorm.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I kind of wonder if there's maybe like Cancun's a pretty popular place, right? Like that's like sort of like a typical destination, which that kind of made me think like, okay, well that's probably one of the cheapest places you can go because there's so many options. There's probably like really competitive pricing, which I think there is. But yeah, I was like, man, I wonder what it would be like if you went to like Jamaica. Or
Yeah.
something.
I've heard Cuba's really nice too.
I heard the food sucks there because they don't have any salt.
Oh.
They can't import any salt or anything. That's like a thing, I think. Like,
crazy.
Yeah, the food's not as good. Cubanos aren't even from there.
From Miami, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure there's probably some spots that would be sick.
How does it compare to Pensacola?
The beach was very similar,
Nice.
but like the
Was there a Hooters?
I think so.
Oh, really?
I think so, but I don't think any like we didn't go anywhere else because it's like wow,
Yeah.
all the food is here. Like you could go to the buffet. They had all these different restaurants. One of the things we tried out was like they did like it's like a sushi type place, and so we ordered like occasionally like the waiters or like bartenders will just be like tequila.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh, sure, whatever. And so they, at that like Asian style restaurant, the guy brought like a brandy glass full of tequila for each of us. And I was just like, this is so much tequila. I was
I'm
like,
supposed to shoot this?
well, yeah. And I was like, I don't know. Is this for sipping? It's like, I don't like tequila enough to just sip it. Like,
Yeah.
it's like, usually it's like either it's mixed in a drink or it's like a shot.
Yeah.
And so anyways, we didn't have any like thing to chase it with. I was just like, gross. So we ended up chasing it with soy sauce. And it was so good.
I mean, it's salty,
It was
right?
so good. It was such a weird experience. It was like umami fucking like
That sounds pretty badass, man.
a tequila shot and like and it was pretty nice soy sauce, I think too. Like it was like a sort of a fattier soy sauce and like surprisingly good. And like the whole thing together was like a strange experience, but was really good. So
there you go.
we're on to something. Maybe we
Maybe
chase your shot with
Maybe
the
that's
soy sauce.
Yeah, maybe that's what we'll do instead of shotgunning beers for people who pre-ordered. We'll just do shots and then chase it with weirder and weirder shit.
Yeah, crab juice,
Crab
Kalash.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Soy sauce. You could do hot sauce. What are some other fun
that's like a
things?
prairie fire.
Yeah.
It's like not bad actually.
Yeah.
I remember.
Strangely
I
enough.
remember like early on. Like it took me a while to really get into putting hot sauce on stuff. Like it was when I was 18, I wasn't really putting hot sauce on shit. But I remember going to the bar and that was like the joke shot you'd get everybody every time. The prairie fire, which is just Tabasco and tequila,
Something like that.
something like that.
Some
It's
sort of
tequila
liquor.
and something, Tabasco and some sort of clear liquor, and I think it was tequila. I remember that just being like the ultimate joke.
Yeah.
Give that to someone, they're just like, oh,
That's so funny.
fuck. Although for Dave's birthday, we got him that pickle shot. He fucking hated that. You would hate that.
Yeah, I would hate
Fucking
that.
pickle juice
Disgusting.
shot. What do they call it? Pickle jack.
Yeah, isn't that
Pickleback?
supposed to be like an actual drink that people like?
Yeah, I would probably like it. I like pickle.
Gross. Disgusting.
Don't drink shame me, bro.
Bro.
Just because I drink soy sauce and tequila, bro. Yeah. We did so, prepare to get cultured out there because I didn't know this shit, but now you guys can know it too. We went to a mezcal tasting and I did not realize that there's two. So mezcal and tequila are essentially the same,
Same, but different.
but it's like champagne and sparkling wine or whatever, it's like only from a certain region can something be called tequila or like a certain type of thing. And then mezcal is like this other like smoky version of tequila. And it's like really good.
Yeah.
But we went to like a mezcal tasting and man, that was like a tasting, more of like a here's 5 shots of fucking mezcal. You're just like, oh. By the end of that, we were just fucking fried. Just like, oh, we just chugged all this fucking mezcal.
That sounds pretty badass.
It was fun. We met like a cop from Jersey.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it was really funny. It was like, I don't know, he was like a guy from a movie, kind of. Just like, all right.
Bro, you ever seen The Departed?
Yeah.
How many innocent civilians have you killed?
Yeah, that's Boston.
Yeah, well, Jersey, Boston, both on the East Coast.
I'm watching a thing right now. It's called
Close enough.
Murder in Boston or something like that. And I guess like it's crazy. So in Boston, there was like extreme racial separation, but it wasn't even like in like a super negative way. It was like both parties were just like agreeing to not be in the same area. So it was like a black only community and then like a white only community, and they just never really mixed. And then there was this murder where it's like supposedly this black guy got in a car and like shot this pregnant woman and this guy. I'm not done the series yet, so it's like there's some speculation,
a true crime
about
series?
about whether that even happened or if it was like the guy shot his wife and then shot himself or something like that. But it's been pretty interesting. Like it's crazy to think about a city like, and this was like, they were like interviewing people, and I guess this is like in the 80s, and like the people were like, I've never been to this place that's like a 10-minute walk from here. I've never been in that neighborhood. I've never been out of my neighborhood.
Yeah.
It's like insane. Like, could you imagine that? It'd be like this neighborhood, the one beside it, and then the next one is like no one goes there because that's like,
oh, that's the ghetto. You don't want to go there.
Yeah, it's like, man, that's fucking nuts.
Well, I mean, on tour, we've been in several places, several cities where it's like, don't go that way. We're just like, whatever. I need to go get pizza or a beer or whatever. And then you walk in, it's like, oh fuck, I suddenly don't feel safe anymore.
Fish out of water.
No. Oh no.
I never feel that unsafe. I feel like we are fringe enough in our own way that we can kind of maybe get a pass in an area like that. Like when we were in Kansas City and we walked to that barbecue place, and then we, kind of quickly realized that we were like, oh, it's like we definitely are the odd ones out in this. And then when we got into as soon as we went into the barbecue place, they're like, where are you guys from? We're like, Canada. They're like, wow. like how did they know we weren't from there?
Yeah, how did you know I wasn't from
pretty
here?
Obvious. But then the food was fucking awesome and everybody's super nice. So
yeah,
there you go.
Yeah, I feel like we're like some weird fringe characters. Like if like the world was like an RPG, if the world was Starfield, everybody be walking around, and then there's us, and it's like we're just like a bunch of clowns. We're just like, what the fuck is that? It's just like,
no, you don't shoot at the clowns. They're not doing anything. It's like they're already having a hard enough time.
Yeah. It's just like these homeless looking clowns. It's like, if I attack them, is that going to like turn into like a boss fight and they'll kill me or something? Is it like the chickens in Legend of Zelda, where it's like you hit the chicken too many times and then a million chickens just swarm you and kill you and you can't stop it?
Yeah.
It's like that's probably what people think when they look at us.
I mean,
we're just weird enough that people are like, something's wrong with that person.
It's probably not true, and it's just like a nice thing for us to believe. But I think like I like to believe that if we're in like a more like violent neighborhood, that we might be less of a target for any kind of crime than say like like a college kid or it's like we just look walking around with like long hair, like
well usually
clothes.
There's
like all right, that's
usually we're a group of
yeah, it's true too.
If we're on tour, it's 5 of us. I remember where was it? I think we were in I don't remember what city it was, but we were on tour. I think it was like Chicago or something. And it was like after a show and we had to gas up, and we stopped at like off the like freeway into this like random neighborhood, and we're filling up. because I was filling up, then I had to go pay, and I just remember just like we're just like filling up, and then all of a sudden I was just like, wait a second. Are we filling up in a bad neighborhood? Because I like looked around, there's like homeless people, there's like all this weird shit. And then when I went to go in and pay, there's like fucking like 5-inch thick bulletproof glass.
Yeah,
and you have to like pay under a weird thing. And there's some like really fucking sketchy people like wandering around in the thing. I was just like, let's get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
This is fucked up.
When you get the vibes, you get the heebie-jeebies.
Yeah, well, it's kind of crazy too because on Reddit recently I've seen there's been like some postings of like the top 50 most violent cities in the world, and they're all in like the United States, Mexico, and like South America. It's just like, oh fuck, and there's like a couple in South America, South Africa too, and it's just like because we went to like Memphis and like St. Louis and all these other places that we've been and played shows, and it's like oh shit. It's just like
some of them are pretty bad.
Yeah, well, especially because you know in where was that? Philadelphia, I think, when he played that
Kung Fu Necktie.
Yeah, and it's just like, oh fuck, that's like the heroin, like murder capital of like, just like that's a bad fucking place to be.
It's like one of the worst places you can be. I think it's funny because we
like,
maybe
fuck,
got like,
why am I in here?
We got like desensitized by like sort of knowing and being on East Hastings.
Yeah,
it's like you see it and you're like, it's not that dangerous, really. It doesn't feel like it when you're there. Like, I mean, it looks like it, but
yeah, it looks fucked up.
Every
but
time
it's
we've
not
been
dangerous.
there, it's like, you know, nothing bad happened to us. But you know, knock on wood.
Yeah,
I'm sure we'll be back. But yeah, those kinds of places. That's like we read about it after, and they're like, this place is a real fucking problem. And we're like, oh shit,
oh
like,
shit.
I walked down the street to the 7-Eleven to get a Red Bull. Like,
yeah,
I don't know.
Whoops.
Just ignorant and doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's like fucking Mr. Magoo or something. That's like
Yeah.
what we are.
Yeah,
We're
Mr.
We're
Bean.
completely ignorant to what's going on around us. We're just like walking to the 7-Eleven. Like people are just like committing crimes everywhere.
Yeah, well, there was that. Who was it? Was it Chris went to the 7-Eleven or something
Yeah,
in
I went with
Chicago?
him. Yeah.
And then there was somebody like did a stick up or something in the. They like robbed the joint.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know about that.
I think that I'm pretty sure that was in Chicago. I think it was maybe you and Chris.
No,
went
we
to,
went to the White Castle and they said someone got shot there like the day before.
Oh, maybe that was what I was thinking.
Something like that.
Well, I'm pretty sure it was in Chicago. Somebody went to go get batteries or something from the 7-Eleven, which is around the corner, and then I was talking to the promoter, and he's just like, "Oh yeah, no, don't go any further that direction."
Yeah.
And then I was like, "What? What are you talking about?" And then later that night, somebody said that there was like somebody came in and robbed the place with a gun.
Yeah.
And the
I think
7-Eleven.
maybe that was the White Castle. I can't remember.
Whatever. It's all blending together.
Yeah.
Something bad happened to somewhere around the corner where we went. We're
All
just
right.
like, what do you mean? It's just a 7-Eleven.
We got to switch to the Patreon. If you guys want to hear more about the trials and tribulations of us going across the country.
If you guys want to hear more about grocery prices being stupid.
So high. Check out our Patreon. All right. Peace.